Our Paula Tutman is live with more on how that is affecting some of the folks that are out working in this stuff. Paula?
Hi, Ben. Yeah, I put this thermometer out about 12 minutes ago. This isn't exactly scientific, but it does give us a pretty good idea of what this temperature is right there. Topping 100 right there. Again, this is the sun directly on it. You know what, Ben? We all know that even if this was July, this would still be very, very dangerous heat. And that's why so many people are being very proactive.
Come on, honey, let's go.
At 11:30 this morning, the first wave of Detroit public school children streamed from Chrysler Elementary School in downtown Detroit.
Snow day, yes. Heat day, it's the first one for me.
Most Michigan schools close in June and don't reopen until September, and so relatively few actual school buildings have air conditioning, which means when it's 92 degrees outside, it is stifling inside.
It was fine at first when we first came in, and then it started getting hotter over time.
It's always better to be safe than sorry.
3 local districts were proactive in getting children out of hot classrooms today: Detroit, Pontiac, and Hamtramck, and it's possible Detroit will do a repeat tomorrow. Construction workers are low-hanging fruit when you consider a high misery index with a high heat index. On M59 Hall Road, Sterling Heights on one side, Macomb on the other, hard labor is building a retention pond in the middle of 2 cities with hot cars blowing past you and the sun beating down on you. Contractors say they keep a close eye on workers.
Heat exhaustion, moving sluggishly, somebody's dropping a piece of equipment that they always have to handle. We're really conscious about keeping everybody hydrated and safe.
But what you don't see is what happens at night. And this high heat index affects night construction too, because it's not just about the sun, it's about the heat. And that means finding a workaround, particularly on I-75, on that construction zone where they are trying to rebuild a freeway and bridges.
Believe it or not, the concrete cannot be used if it's more than 90 degrees within the truck. Normally start doing the pouring as it gets down to sunset. But because it has been so hot, we're going to wait at least an hour into the night, because not only the temperature needs to cool, but the steel underneath where we're pouring the concrete, if that's too hot as well, in addition to the temperature, then again, the concrete will not be good.
Yeah, you know what, Karen, those are the things we don't really think about. We're all focused on how hot it is today, but the overnight temperatures also affect a lot of people. Now, obviously, this is not going to stop or affect the deadlines for these big construction projects. MDOT says they roll this into other things so that their deadlines are not affected at all. But it's still very interesting that they do have to push pause. And for parents, I would check with school districts to make sure, indeed, school will be open if a lot of the schools don't have air conditioning a second day in a row.
All right, some very good advice. Thank you, Paula. We appreciate it.